There's a lot of people having a lot of anxiety and like mixed feelings about their emergence. And so we're here to educate and celebrate them coming to share some of their last moments on Earth with us. And trying to reframe that narrative to expose how magical and whimsical this memory will be for all of us to carry on. We are about to experience a once-in-a-lifetime situation that nobody born today or tomorrow will ever be able to experience again during the course of their lifetime, which is monumentally special.
So, because the last cast leaves some of the residue, I've got to clean out, just make sure there's no like big chunks, make sure the molds are seated right. And I only have to do 3 at a time because that's how big the batches are. Anything more than that, then the bucket gets way too heavy.
We're doing the Cicada Parade, which is a large-scale community art project, so people can come to our museum and purchase a plaster cicada that's made in-house for $75. It's a collaboration with Formstone Castle out of Baltimore. And the cicadas were designed originally for the 2021 emergence, and we decided to partner with them and bring that to Chicago because we wanted to show unity in numbers. We wanted to celebrate these cicadas.
It's immediately meditative. I love it. Even if I'm just like making legs and pouring, that's enough variety that it doesn't get boring. But I imagine if I say just did this for 4 hours, I would want to unalive myself. And it's, honestly, this is some of the most rewarding work I've ever done. I work at a kids museum when I was a teenager. That was probably a little bit more rewarding, but I mean, I get to make something with my hands. I get to be part of the community. And I know once I see these things getting put up, every time I see one, I'm gonna be like, I did that. So this one is gonna be 1,157, if I can find the tool that I want. There it is. So each one gets a serial number. A couple of my friends I've told about this project and they're just like, huh. I'm like, really? It's just a plaster thing. It just doesn't matter. Some people just get that ick. I'm sure I'm gonna get a little bit of that ick when I see the ground moving. And yeah, that's what we've been doing for the past like 2 months.
How do I feel about cicadas in general? At first, gross, because they're crazy eyes. They're just out there doing their thing. Maybe I'm jealous because they're just out there doing their thing and they're whatever and they can do whatever they want. As far as what the Insect Asylum is doing with the cicadas in general, I think it's really cool. I think it brings a lot of information. I was very ignorant to think like, I thought they really bit. They don't. They're really harmless. Do they really kill or harm anything? No, they don't. So for us to be really bugged out about a bug, that's on us on how much information we want to like inform ourselves. Now that I'm informed, I'm just actually am hoping that I can hold one in my hand, like a little, kind of like how you would hold a kitten, but it's not the kind that I want to keep in my house. It's a hipster that lives a garden kind of thing. You know, you're tatted up, but you still want to be conscious of what you do. I hope they do get freaked out, but then they're going to realize that it's not a real cicada because of the tattoos. But I want them to know, like, where did they get those logos? Where is that from? And then just, you know, be more curious about it.
So how many cicadas did you get? One cicada. One cicada for them? Okay.
Thank you so
so much. I so appreciate you volunteering to do that. I'm really psyched.
I think it's really
so much
fun to meet other swacky cicada people.
Right?
Wow, right?
It's been awesome so far.
It's been fabulous, and I hope that it does a lot of good for the Insect Asylum.
We're really hoping
Such good work. I mean, this is fabulous for, this is a huge event.
These ones are just the ones that were adopted by the public a month ago. So sponsors filled out forms and gave us sponsorship funds to cover the cost of giving away cicadas for free to artists.
Are you Nina?
I'm Nina. I've been the weird one my entire life and finally decided to put something together that allowed all of us fun, weirdo animal lovers.
Well, I told all my St. Louis family that we have to come back together and go.
That's amazing.
My name is Jordan Pellegrini. I'm a figurative artist that lives in Chicago. Been here about 6.5 years now. Hello, I've got a drop off. And I wanted something a little silly. You know, I made mine so people would laugh. You know, I have googly eyes all over, like the eyeballs, sort of like those biblically accurate angels. And I just kind of want them to engage with it and be like, oh, that's fun. When the brood appeared 17 years ago, I was, how old was I, 15? And you know, they're everywhere. And I was a little afraid of them, but honestly, you could just kind of pick them up and put them on your arm and they look so cool. All right. You know, it's just really fun to have a community event like this. It brings people together and it brings people together, you know, in a way to care about what's going on with nature and all that.
How you doing? That's awesome.
I didn't.
Oh my God, this is such a cool idea.
Thank you.
I love that. Can I take a picture of it?
Yeah.
This emergence has been absolutely incredible for me. I have had the joy and the privilege of being able to talk to hundreds of artists and figure out what drives them to love these animals so much. It's awe-inspiring to watch the circle of life just evolve in front of your eyes. To be able to be present in that moment. And I feel honored that I get to share my space with these beautiful creatures and that they have a safe place to live, even though they did not emerge in the way that they wanted to, you know. I'm just overjoyed with the opportunity to be able to watch them carry through their natural life cycle. I grew up in a log cabin in the woods, and I spent a majority of my lifetime outside. And when the world seemed too overwhelming for me, I would go outside to ground, to take peace, to take solace, to think, or to shut my brain down altogether and not think of anything at all. So for me, when I think of cicadas, which I hold so fondly that they are the representation of my entire organization. Our logo is in fact a cicada. I think about a time when my world was spinning out of control and laying down in the grass, hands full of dirt in fists, holding onto the earth like I could fly away at any minute, and looking up into the trees and watching the cicadas buzz around my head and watching them dance and being able to hyper-focus in on one specific cicada and watch its movements and its patterns. And suddenly, the thing that felt so explosive in my body and in my brain that I could not handle just slipped away and melted into nothing.